Arch Linux starts clean, but that's what makes it powerful. In this final part of the series, I'll show you how to install hacking tools, customize your terminal, and how to save time by creating a snapshot of your machine. Also, to make things even easier, I'll share with you a script that will automate the setup on any machine, so you can focus on hacking, not on configurations. So, let's get to it. Before installing anything, we need a stable system, because if we start installing tools without updating the system, we might run into dependency issues. As you can see, my system is up to date. However, if you have any updates to do, then you can run the command sudo pacman, like so, -S-YU. After you have updated your system, we will start by installing EA, which will be used to access the Arch user repository. First, we install the essential build tools that are needed for compiling any Arch user repository. The first command that we need to use is sudo pacman, like so, S -- needed git base-devel, like so. Okay, it seems that there is nothing to do, so we can jump to the next command. And the next command is to clone our EA repository. So let's open Firefox, jump to the workspace number 2 and write EA repository, like so. Now we can click here and you will have this URL. So if you right click on it and open the link in a new tab, you will have how to clone this repository. We can copy this command, jump to workspace number 1 and run the command, like so. Okay, so let's see. Here we have our EA repository. Now we change into the directory EA, like so, and we check which dependencies EA specifically needs, and we install them with the command makepkg, like so, -si. Yes, once again. And EA is installed and ready to be used. Now let's improve our terminal. I like using ZSH, specifically the zshrc configuration file from Kali Linux. Why? Well, because it makes the terminal smarter with autosuggestions, syntax highlighting, and much more. But first, let's install the necessary packages. So the first one will be sudo pacman -S, and the package will be zsh-syntax-highlighting. Now, let me just tell you that the syntax highlighting will color different parts of the command while you type. This is helpful because it prevents typos by visually indicating incorrect commands. So let's run this. We say yes. Okay. Next, we will use EA -S and we will install the zsh-autosuggestions package. Okay? We say yes. Now let me just tell you that the ZSH Autosuggestions suggests previously used commands as you type, and this will save you a lot of time. Lastly, the package that we will install will be sudo pacman -S and less. So we will install less, okay guys? So less allows you to read long outputs on your terminal. For example, imagine that you use cat to read the contents of a file. However, because that file is huge, you will only be able to read part of it on your terminal. But with less, you can read the full content, okay guys? We click enter, we say yes, and there you have it. Okay guys, now we have the required packages, so we can now copy the contents of Kali's zshrc file and create here on our Arch Linux a file with the same contents. However, I will use the one that I already have on my GitHub, and you can use it as well because I will leave the link in the description down below. However, if you want to use yours from your Kali Linux, if you have one, you can access it by going to user, share, doc, then zsh, like so, examples, and then the file itself, zshrc. So this is the path to the zshrc file from Kali Linux. So it's up to you. You can use either yours or you can use the one that I will leave in the link down below, okay? Now we start the ZSH Shell, so ZSH we click enter and we create our zshrc file /.zshrc, sorry, I forgot the touch, /.zshrc. Now let's edit this file and paste the contents there with nano. We paste, and now we need to make some changes because the paths to the required files are different from Kali. Okay, so we need to change the path on line 130. So let's see. So this path is wrong, and I will show you the correct path. So I will open a new window, and the correct path is user share zsh plugins, and we click enter. And if you do ls, you will see that the files that we need are here. Okay guys, let's print our working directory like so. We copy this and we change this, and you can leave the rest as it is. So you can leave this because this is correct. Okay guys, and we will change the same here in this line as well, like so. Now we need to change as well on line 251, I think. Let's see. Well, it's 49, so let's see. So we change this because this is incorrect, and we paste it here and here as well. Now we can exit and save the changes. Okay. Now we apply our ZSHRC settings by running the following command. So source and then the name of the file, so .zshrc. Did you saw what happened here? Now it's very similar to Kali Linux, okay? Lastly, we set the ZSH as our default shell. So to do that, we insert chsh, dash s, then the $, and which ZSH, like so, okay guys? And as you can see, shell changed. Every time that now you open a new window, you will have ZSH, okay? ZSHRC. Now we can reload the system, like so, log out, like so, and log in. Now if you open your terminal, you will see that we have now ZSHRC as our default, okay guys? Next, we will install some of the hacking tools we use the most. And if you need other tools that I don't install in this video, you can follow the same approach to do it. However, I won't install every single tool because I prefer to install the ones I know for sure I will use every time I hack. So before we begin to install tools, you need to know that there's more than one way to install tools. We have the command pacman that will install tools from the official repository. We have EA that installs tools from Arch user repository. We have git clone, which is used to install tools from GitHub, and pipe, which is used to install Python-based tools, okay guys? Now, if a tool is available in both pacman and EA, you should always install it with pacman because it's more stable and officially supported, okay guys? To know if pacman has the tool that we want to install, we need to run the command sudo pacman -s and then the name of the tool. If there's any output, it means that we can use pacman to install the tool. If there's no output, we run the command ea -S in the name of the tool. And we will probably have some output about the tool, which means that we can install it with ea. Now, if you do not have any output with pacman and ea, then you probably need to install the tool from a Git repository. Okay, so let's install our hacking tools. The first one will be nmap. So let's verify if we can install nmap with pacman. So the command will be sudo pacman -S and then the name of the command, nmap. So as you can see, pacman has nmap, which means that we can proceed with the installation. So yes. And now let's verify if we have nmap and it's running well. To do that, we can use the command nmap itself and then -help. Now let me just tell you that as you can see, nmap has a color, which means that it is already installed, because otherwise, like Nikto, which isn't installed, it wouldn't have a color, okay guys? nmap-help. And here we have the switches that we can use with nmap, okay guys? Our second tool will be GoBuster. So let's verify if we can install GoBuster with pacman. Sudo pacman -S GoBuster. And as you can see, GoBuster wasn't found, which means that we can't install GoBuster with pacman. Now we need to use EA, S, and GoBuster. Let's see. Okay, this means that we can use EA to install GoBuster. Now, to this question, we say N, and we insert N if it's the first time installing GoBuster on the system, which in our case it is. So we click Enter. We also enter N on this question, and yes. And now let's verify if it's well installed. So GoBuster. So as you can see, GoBuster already has a color. Now -H, and it seems that it is. Now our next tool will be Burp Suite. So yay, -S, Burp, Suite, like so. Okay, so here we choose option 3, which is Java version, like so. Here we say N, and here we say N as well. We wait a little bit. We say yes. We say yes as well. And now let's verify if our Burp Suite was correctly installed. In this case, we need to go to the D menu. So mod +D, then we insert Burp, and here we have it, guys. So let's see. Okay, I agree. Next, and start Burp Suite. So as you can see, Burp Suite is running as it should, okay guys? Next, we will install FUF. So let's see EA, and we can install FUF with EA. So we say N to this question and N to this question as well. We say yes. Lastly, we will install John the Ripper for password cracking. So let's see. Sudo pacman -S and then John. And as you can see, we can install John with pacman. So we say yes. And that's it, guys, for the tools. As I told you before, if you want to install more tools, then you just need to follow the same process, okay guys? I won't install in this video more tools, but feel free to do it. Now that all our tools are installed, we have a powerful hacking environment ready to use. However, not all the tools that you installed may be executed from anywhere on the terminal. To see the directory where the tools were installed by default, we can use the command I will show you, which, and then the names of the tools, which are nmap, GoBuster, Burp Suite, Puff, and John. So let's see. So as you can see, they are all installed under user bin directory, okay guys? Now, because all the tools are on the bin directory, you will be able to run them from anywhere on your terminal. Now, I want to make my life easier in every way that I can, so I will attribute Burp Suite to a workspace. If you already saw my previous video, then you know how to do it. However, if you didn't saw my video, then I will do it with you very quickly. So we need to edit our i3config file, okay guys? We go to the line 119 and we will name the workspace Burp Suite, like so. Now we save the changes and we exit the text editor. Now, to make Burp Suite open automatically on workspace number 3, we first need to know what's Burp Suite's class name. Now, to do that, we need to open Burp Suite, so let's open Burp Suite, and on our terminal we need to run the command xprop, like so. Now, with this small cross, we need to click somewhere on Burp Suite, and you will have all this information here on your terminal. However, the information that we need is the one that says class, so this one here. Now we need to copy either this one or this one, so it's up to you. So I will copy this because we will use it, okay guys, and you will see how. So we copy this and we go back to our i3 config file, like so, and on the last line, so let's go to the next last line, we will add the following comment: assign programs to workspaces. And below this comment, we will add the following string. So for underscore window class equals, and here we paste the name that we just copied from our Burp suite, okay guys? So we paste it here, and outside we write the following command: move to workspace, and we need to copy the variable that is attributed to workspace number 3, which is this one, okay guys? And we paste it here. So basically every time that we open our Burp suite window will be moved into the workspace attributed to this variable, which is workspace number 3, okay guys? We exit this, we save the changes, and we reload our system. As you saw, our Burp suite disappeared, and now we have our workspace number 3 open. So if you change to workspace number 3, you will have Burp suite there, okay guys? Now guys, we can also make Burp suite auto start every time we reboot or log out. So this is useful because in this way we don't need to lose time opening Burp suite. We just need to change to workspace 3 and there it is already started. So to do this, we go once again to our config file and we add a last line, okay guys? So we go down and we add the following: exec Burp suite. Now every time that we log out or we reboot the system, we will have Burp suite already started on our workspace number 3. So we save the changes, we exit, we reload the system, and let's log out and see what happens. Before we do that, let's change to workspace number 3 and exit our Burp suite so you can see what happens. So let's change to terminals, so workspace number 1, and let's exit. Now let's log in and see what happens. So as you can see, Burp suite already started, and if you change to workspace number 3, there you have it guys. Now you just need to click next and start Burp suite. It's very simple and very useful. Okay, let's move on and update our system because as you can see, I have here 9 updates available. However, before we do that, have you ever asked yourself if there's a better way to update our system without the need of writing the full command every time? Well, we can create an alias, meaning we attribute the command to a key, which is your alias. Every time you want to update a system, you enter your alias on the terminal and that's it. Let's create the alias, and to do that we need to add the alias on our zshrc file. Let's do that. Sudo nano line numbers.zshrc, we click enter, and we will add the alias on the last line of this file. So first let's create a command so we can identify what the command will do, okay? Alias to update the system. Now in the line below we will add our alias, so alias, and I will attribute the command that will update our system to the key u, okay guys? U equals sudo pacman dash capital S y u. So basically this is the alias, and every time you write on your terminal the letter U and click enter, automatically the system will be updated, okay guys? So we exit and we save the changes, we reload the system and we use the alias. So let's insert U, we click enter, and as you can see our system is being updated. And as you can see, currently I have 9 updates, so let's see in the end how many updates I will have. So let's reload the system to see if I have any updates left to do. And there you have it guys, my system is up to date. Okay guys, we have everything that we need and we are almost done with this video. However, what if something goes wrong with our machine? Well, we don't want to redo all the steps again, so we don't want to configure our machine once again, and we don't want to do all the steps of this video. So we have two ways of solving this problem. We can create either a GitHub repository with a backup file, or we can create a snapshot of our machine. So I will show you how to do both. First, let's create a snapshot of our machine, and this is good because sometimes when you are working on a target, some things can go wrong, and having a snapshot of your VM can be beneficial because you can easily go back to the initial setup. Also, if you don't want to make the GitHub repository because it's too much work, then this is for sure the best solution for you. But bear in mind that if somehow your VMware or VirtualBox gets deleted, then there's no way of using this snapshot to create your Arch VM, okay guys? So to create the snapshot we need to shut down. Then we click here on the three dots and we go to Snapshots. Then we click Take and we give a name. We can name it Hacking Setup. We click OK, and if something goes wrong with your VM, you just need to go to the snapshots and click Restore, okay? So you click here and you click Restore. Lastly, you can use the GitHub repository with the backup file. I already have my GitHub repository created, as you can see, and you can also use this GitHub repository. I will leave the link in the description. This repository has all the changes that I did to the system. It has all the files that I downloaded and all the hacking tools that I downloaded and every dependency that I installed as well. Basically, if you liked how my system turned out, then feel free to use my repository. I will use my GitHub repository where I have my backup file and I will apply the changes, so I will use that file here on this machine that I just created. And this machine only has Arch Linux installed, so it's not configured, it doesn't have any tools, any hacking tools, and we will have all that by using the backup file and you will see it, okay guys? Let's start the machine. Now we log in. As you can see, the window doesn't even resize automatically, so let's run the script on this system. First we need to clone the GitHub repository, so we go to Firefox. I will use this one, which is mine, and we need to copy this URL. However, I don't know if you remember this, but when we install Arch Linux, we can't use the keys Ctrl-Shift-C to copy and Ctrl-Shift-V to paste, so we need to use the wheel of the mouse. We open our terminal, we use git clone, and we use the wheel of the mouse to paste, like so. We run it and let's see, here we have it. Now we go back to GitHub and we scroll down because we have here instructions on how to use this GitHub repository. So now we change into the directory and we give permissions to the setup.sh file, so chmod plus x setup file, and we execute the file. And we just need to wait a little bit. In some point you will be prompted to insert the password, okay guys? I think it's like 2 or 3 times. So as you can see now our window is resized and we need to insert the password. We insert once again the password and we wait a little bit and we say yes. Let's see, let's log in. And as you can see, you have now your system as we want. Now let's see if we can go to the menu, and we can. Let's go to Firefox and we have it here. Now let's see Burp Suite, and here we have it, guys. Also, I don't know if you remember, but we also change Burp Suite to Workspace number 3, so let's go to Workspace number 3 to see if we have there our Burp Suite already started. And here we have, but let's check this. And here we have it, guys. So every time that now you reboot your system, you will have this window. Now let's say cancel. Let's go to Workspace number 1. Here we have Workspace number 2 is Firefox. So let's open Firefox to see if Firefox goes to Workspace number 2, and it goes. So as you can see, this script was applied. You didn't have to change anything on your system, you just need to run the script and the script will do that for you guys. And that's it guys, now you've got a fully customized hacking setup. We installed only what matters, we made our terminal smarter, and we secured everything with a VM snapshot and with a simple script. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel for more content like this. See you next time, stay curious and stay safe. Bye bye!